All right, so welcome to the third and the last part of day two. I was talking about designing onboarding screens. Okay, so this is an entire series of like 7 days, and we're already in day two where we're discussing how to design onboarding screens. I already covered 2 screens in the previous videos, so we're going to be covering the last part of the screens, this part, the register account or like a create account page, whereby you have the username, email, password, and then the button. At this point, Save, I don't think, at this particular point, I don't think you should have issues with creating this by yourself. Um, Talking about what you've created initially, but let me just still go through the last one. Okay, so I'm going through this last screen right now. So remember also definitely you have to create a frame. So at this point, I don't think I'm creating a new frame. I just copy from the previous screen that we have. So Control C, Control V. All right. So let's look at what we need. So we need this headline, we need this part, the status bar now. Okay, let's start with the status bar. So now remember from the previous screens we had, the status bar is on a white background, so we just select that as black. So at this point we're using the white variation whereby you have the text as white instead of black like the previous screens. Okay, so let's have that first. Okay, before that let me have this shape. So for this shape I have 626 by 362. Use an ellipse too for that. Okay, so I'll be creating an ellipse. Okay, then what's this dimension again? 626. We have 626 by 362. Okay, all right. So okay, so I'm changing the fill, the color. Let's pick the same color we'll be using for the blues. That's color. Good. So now the reason why it is covering most of the things there is because it's the topmost layer. So we want it to be below most of them. So around here. Then I want to bring this up. Okay. So now my logo should be here. So right now the logo the color is this. I want to change to white. So the color is currently on blue. So I want to change to white so you can show. Right. So simple as that. Okay, so we have that. So we can actually leave this as black, but I just want to have it all white just to have that difference in that. So changing the stuff to white. Okay. So you don't need to edit it, you can just copy the second variation, the white variation. Okay. Then now, so we have the text now is create account. Let's type that. Double click. Type create account. Then we have followed by that you have input your details below. So type that. So input details below. Okay. Then we have username, email, password. So currently we have email and password already. So just for us to add the username part. So let me duplicate that. And okay, I don't need this, guys. Delete. I don't need this one also. Just pressing delete. Okay, so let me move this down a bit so I can have more space to work with. Okay, I don't need this one also. All right. Okay, so let me just duplicate this one. So Control C, Control V, and I drag that up holding Shift. Okay, so now double click, username, enter your That should be okay. Let's enter your name, enter your username. Okay, so now we have this. So I also rename this right now. I just duplicated the field from email. So I also change the name from email to username field so I can be sure when I'm looking for it. In case I'm looking for it, user name. All right. Okay. This also should be password field. So all right. Good. Password field. Okay. So let's check the spacing. 20. Almost. That's 16. Let's increase this to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Good. So now you can see that the space between the create content and the mark is quite close. So let's reduce that. So right now it's about 32 or so. So let's bring this down. Okay, hold on. Space between the input your details and the username heading is about 40. Yeah. So let's do that first. So you can just move the entire thing. So 54 right now. So holding control. I already selected one layer already, this particular layer. It's text. I want to select multiple layers. So press Control and press the other layer. Shift, I mean, hold Shift on the keyboard. So let me do that again. So for example, I want to move this layer together at the same time. So I already selected the first one. To select the second one, press Shift and then press click. Okay, so now I can move them together right now. Shift down. Right now, that should be 44. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So now the space between this and this right now is 14. I still need about 20 something. 20, maybe 19 or so. Or 18. Yeah, actually 18. Okay, so I'll be highlighting all these guys so I can move them at the same time. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So I think we're good right now. So the button label is create account. So you change that one also from get me in, double click to create account. And then the text we have below is got an account login. Just change that. Got an account login. Right. So the space between the button and the last form field is about 80. Let's confirm from ours. 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. Space between the last text and the button is 30. Let's do that also. One is 40. Just one more. Good. So 30, perfect. So that's about it. So we've successfully replicated what we had initially here on our own screens as well. So at this point, you should have onboarding screen 1, onboarding screen 2, and then onboarding screen 3. So on the group, we would do a review. So just the group will be open for you. So send your designs and then it will be reviewed with you, and then what you can probably improve or add suggested for you. Okay. So thank you, and I will see you in day 3.